Hey guys, good afternoon, CryptoPaul. Just want to do a quick update on NOVALEND. But before we get, like always, want to thank all the current subscribers for your support and comments. And if you're new, subscribe so that way you don't miss out on any new ICO, existing ICO in progress, lending platform, crypto news, and giveaways. And like always, do not invest any funds you cannot afford to lose. We're not your CPA, financial advisor, or an investment representative. Please use us as a reference in addition to doing your own research and analysis to see if there's any particular program that you want to support or not. I mentioned to you last time when I did the review with NOVALEND, at that point they did not have their white paper available, and there was a couple of things on there I had question about. You know, they talked about the I think was the regular lending versus network lending. So the white paper I think came out yesterday, and that clarified a lot of stuff, and I'm actually very excited about this. I get tons of comments all the time in email about, a lot of this lending platform are more geared toward the upper investor, medium to upper investor. So the people that have just a few hundreds to go in always, are left behind as far as the lending part, as far as the additional bonus. Okay, so I'm very excited what I'm going to share with you today. Okay, so let's just do a quick recap. So their pre-sale will be starting in 1 day and 18 hours. Okay, and their pre-sale is they're gonna issue a total of 5 million and NLC at 25 cents, and then the regular ICO will start after that. I think it's like a few days after, they're going to issue 9 million between 50 cents and 75. We'll go to the breakdown, but the key here is, like everyone, if I told you before, you need to get in at the early stage, whether it's a pre-sale, pre-ICO, or whatever. We need to get it at the lowest price possible, because that way we have a chance. In this example, 3x all money by the time the ICO is completed. Okay, so let's go through the other part that's important here. Like I said, the lending platform going up to 52%. The lending starts at $99 and up. And white paper we went through before, nothing changed other than what we talked about last time. And of course, the first major target is in April, where they project the prices at $10. Okay, and like I mentioned before, a lot of these newer platforms, they'll probably start somewhere in the $5 range, and then if they can, hold ground and eventually break through that $10, then they have a chance to continue on the upward trend. So essentially, okay, if we can get in at the 25 cents price, even if it goes to $5, that's 20x right there potential. Okay, and if it hits 10, like I said, it could eventually, but the only question is really when. Okay, if it does hit that and we're able to get in at this level, that's 40x. But let's go to the white paper, why I'm actually very excited about this. Okay, so the white paper is very nice and clean. Just explain, about who they are, what they're trying to do. You guys can read through that. Let's talk about the team. Okay, so the team itself. So basically, what they'll be doing is, operate with a top 40 currency pair of altcoin, including BTC against USD. They'll be trading that on a regular basis. Okay, and of course, what they're saying that they'll be only use the most experienced asset manager, vetted professional traders, and release detailed financial reports on the status of the asset. I think that's really the key. Okay, I think in the long run, if they can show what they do a bit more transparent, I think that will make them very successful. Okay, but you guys look through that. But let's go to the main thing why I think this platform is really important for the community. Okay, let's go down to the lending. Okay, so the lending I've already talked about. Okay, most of the time, if you do a loan less than 1,000, you really just get the base rate. Okay, the capital release is still the highest of the all the level. Okay, and this one's still the same. Okay, 199 days capital release, but you do get additional 0.07. So that's a very positive step for a small investor. Okay, then 1,001 to 5,000, the same base rate, 179 days capital release, 0.12 additional daily, 5,001 to 10,000, base rate plus 0.22, 129 capital release, 10,001 to 25, 0.3, that's really good. Base rate up to 52, 89 days capital release, and of course the highest tier of them all, 25,000 plus, 0.4, base rate of 0.52 per month, and 69 days capital release. Okay, so as far as the lending, that's no different than anybody else, which is true, but here is the difference. Network lending. Okay, when I did the original review, I saw that on there, but it didn't really click until the white paper came out, and I'm very excited. So for all those people that say, what about the average investor? Have $100. Well, at least when you have to, at least 99 bucks. Okay, less than 1,000, and that's where the majority of the pool is going to be. Okay, what option do we have as those investors? Well, that's where the network lending comes into play. So that's why I say I've been very excited once I read this. But let's go through it. Network lending was designed for investors with small initial capital. Network lending offer an investment opportunity to reach the highest bonus level with a small initial capital. So every time a customer starts a network loan, this amount is invested in a pool, and that's the key right there. Okay, so because you're basically investing in a pool, you're going to basically combine your funds with other small investor. Now, instead of you just getting the 0.07, now you have the opportunity to get more. Okay, this pool has a time window of 24 hours. At this time, the investment window is closed and a new loan is starting with the sum of the network loan investment during this time. Okay, so the pool gonna have, I guess, different pool will come up throughout, I guess, the week, the month, every other day or whatever. So that part I'm not really sure of, but the main thing here is that let's look. Okay, we already discussed the actual loan itself, so no different than anything, but here is the key. So two scenario. Okay, customer with a small initial capital. So let's say we start out with $100. Okay, if you do the regular lending, we already know if you do $100, you do earn an additional 0.07, and your capital release is 199 days, right? Now here's the best part. Let's say you decide, let's go into the pool. Okay, your capital release hasn't changed. Okay, you still 199 days within that pool, but now your investment plus everyone else in that pool. Okay, so in this example, the total pool amount is 26,000. Now instead of you getting 0.07, you're going to get 0.4 because the combined deposit in the pool is 25,000 plus. How awesome is that? Okay, so now everyone has a chance to get the highest additional daily bonus because you invested in the pool. Now, is the pool good for large investor? No, I mean, it just, if you have 25,000 plus, just do the regular loan. Okay, because the pool does have a 199 days capital release across the board. So people with, say 5,000 plus or even 10,001 and up probably just want to continue with the regular lending versus the pool lending. Okay, so I know I get, like I said, tons of email all the time about if lending is to help everyone, okay, not just the big whales out there, this will definitely do it for us. So that's why I definitely supporting this a lot more because of this network lending strategy. Okay, so we're able to get the highest tier level by pooling our funds together, but you have to know it is 199 days capital release. So I probably would have, if I have the funds in that scenario, $100 to loan, I probably gonna go with the pool. If I have at least 5,001 and higher, I probably would consider just doing the regular lending. Okay, so that part is probably the highlight of why I believe NOVALEND will be very successful in this space, because they're not just going to gear toward the higher large investor, which they will. Okay, but as you know, the majority of, from my experience, the majority of the pool is going to be basically within that from say $100 to the 5,000. So you can have more people in that range than those people in the higher range. Okay, so definitely a great step in the right direction. Okay, so and everything else we talked about, the staking, looking at in March, 30%, and it declined by 5% each and every month thereafter. Let's see. Affiliate program, where they talked about 9 level deep, 9, 5, 3, 2, 1.5, 1.5, 0.25, and 0.1. And the binary bonus, if you do decide to set up a team, left side, right side, 8% at 1,000 each, 10,000 on right side, left side at 10%, and 100,000 on both sides is 15% net binary bonus. And of course, the loyalty card will come out, which we discussed already. I do like the supernova point that we discussed before. You guys can read through that. I don't want to just recap what I've already talked about during the last review. But the main thing is this is a ERC20 token. So you guys make sure you do have your wallet. And I think, like I said, I think I showed this before, but there, information is already listed. Okay. And just to recap, if you do decide however you want to contribute, okay, just follow the instruction. They're not going to ask for your money in advance. Okay, so if you don't want to participate, you don't have to worry about, oh, did I just lock in my funds? No, you didn't. Okay, so you basically, if you decide that you want to move forward, you just have to wait until the clock strikes 0, then go ahead and do your purchase, and then just follow through with the instructions. Very easy to do. So just put in what you want to, how you want to purchase, the amount in USD, and they'll go ahead and do the calculation. Now, if you do decide to purchase in Bitcoin, they do ask where the fund is coming from. Okay, and then they'll get that process so that way they know they can match and just follow through with that. Okay, so that's really it. My just a follow-up update with NOVALEND with their white paper. Let's finish this out. So like I said, pre-sale, we need to be in the basically the 25%. Okay, not 25%. I'm sorry, 25 cents level to get the best bangs for a buck. If they do reach their target range of $10, I mean that's 40, but I believe probably $5 would be somewhere that's reasonable, and because the fact that they are only issuing a total of 20 million, okay, max supply, and 15 million will be available during the ICO. And I think that is it. Okay, let me see what else is here that we can talk about that's not already talked about during my last review. Okay, I think we discussed this before. Of the 5 million that's available during the pre-sale, it's actually 4.5. The 500,000 is when they kind of mark that for referral, and same thing also with the round 1, 2, and 3. Okay, but the main thing is the 21st. We need to make sure we're ready. Try to get in at that 25 cents mark, and then the regular ICO will then start at the end of the month on January 30th and run for the next 21 days. And of course, referral
bonus. Okay, you guys can read through that as well. Roadmap, like I talked about, this is really the key for us. But we will see. That's looking at least March or April. That's Q2. So starting April, that's their target. But their plan is once everything's done, get listed on their either Delta and Coin Exchange first, and then get their internal now, because it's Q1. We're not sure as far as when each will take place. We just know that the ICO will end on the 21st, and then hopefully by the end of February or early part of March, all this will take place. So we're just gonna make sure we hold them accountable, that they follow through with their roadmap. So anyway, guys, that's just my quick update on their white paper. If you have any questions, please leave a comment in the video, or the best thing is just shoot us an email and we'll get back to you. CryptoPaul here. Thank you so much, like always, for your support and comments. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.